Yep, all right, I'm up. Okay, so I managed to get a hold of two of these Miniverse Make-It Mini Halloween food crafty things. They're sold out pretty much everywhere, but I just happened to be at the mall the other day and they had them, so I bought a couple. Supposedly you can tell which ones you get by the pictures on the side, so I should have the apples and the pumpkin pie. And then this also just arrived today, so I think I'm going to open this at the end. This is a little blind box Blythe toy, and this is one that you can get. And then here's some of the others. And here's the other ones. And I'm really hoping for either this one, the DJ BB, or Happy Cola, but I would be happy with any of these. They're all really, really cute. And I think with these you can like swap out the parts if you buy more than one. So you can like swap the heads out and stuff. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna start with these though. I have my little flashlight, but I also have a stronger UV light just in case, because I don't know how well the flashlight one is going to work to cure things, and I want to cure them as quickly as possible. So let's see, do I want to start with the pumpkin pie or the apples? I think I want to do the pumpkin pie first. So I know there's supposed to be like a tear strip. Here we go. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it though, because I don't really have nails. I'm going to try. Oh, I think my mic is peaking. Hang on, let me... That should be better. It was showing as completely red, so I think my mic was peaking. I hope it picked up everything I was saying, but if not, oh well, we're going to just jump into it. Oh my gosh, why do these never tear nicely? There we go. Okay. Next, so you can see the little pictures on the side. This should be the pumpkin pie one, I believe. And grab the next one. I don't think it's going to tear nicely again. Yeah, no, it's going to do this. Oh my god. There we go. Okay. And then pop that open. And you get all kinds of little pieces in here. Hold on. But this should go in here. And then this one goes on here. And then you have like a little display. Okay, I was trying to make it level and the whole thing came apart. I think the bottom wasn't in all the way. I think that was the problem. Can I get it to go in all the way? There we go. Okay, now it's in this time. I should be able to pop the top on and not send it flying. There we go. Okay, so now you have like a little display and you should be able to put the dome on it, I think, but I'll probably end up just using the table itself and not the little ball. Just making absolutely sure it's on there before I go setting things on while we're crafting today. All right, so I don't know, I think this is the Spanish instructions. Yes, this is French instructions. I could really challenge myself and make myself do it with French instructions, but I think we're gonna do the English instructions. I like that it has all three in there though. That's nice. Okay. Try keeping the bottle upside down with the cap on in a cup or bowl for at least 1 minute. Okay. So it sounds like I'm going to want to have the resin ready to go. So I'm going to open these to get to the resin. Which, oh, I got first try. Okay, here's the little resin. And it says Happy Fun Farms, pumpkin pie. What is this? I'm gonna turn my music down a little bit. I feel like it's probably very loud. Gotta have the spooky music for spooky crafting day though. Oh my gosh, I do need nails. I can't get any of these open because I have short baby nails. Here we go. Okay, it's going. All right. Now, what are you? It just says not to eat it. Is this the warning label? I feel like I'm okay without reading the warning label. Yeah, it's just... I'm a grown-up. I know not to eat the resin. Do not eat. There we go. Here's your warning, guys. Don't eat your resin. Okay. Which side is going to be the opening side? I think probably this side because it's taped. So I'm going to put it down, upside down. Alright, when poured, resin will take a few seconds to drip or spread. Good, so it's a thick resin. Don't overfill. Make sure you have enough room for your ingredients. If large air bubbles appear, use tweezers to pop them. Okay. Yeah, nothing really new here if you've ever done resin crafting before. So I feel like this says set it for at least 5 minutes, but I feel like all the videos I've watched, people just do it for like a minute or two, and that's fine. So I feel like that's going to be okay. Oh, we had a little spiderweb placemat. We'll put that on our little table. And then these are the 3 Halloween ones. I didn't get the pumpkin spice latte only because I could only afford 2. And I tried to pick the ones that I thought would be more usable for doll photos. And as cute as the latte is, I think the apples and the pumpkin pie just are a little more photogenic. So those are the ones that I went for. Yeah, so this should have, we had our little placemat. It looks like it should have a little pie cutter. There's our pumpkin pie, the little decoration, the cream puffs, the whipped cream can, and the pie crust. So that's what's going to be in here. And I want to mention, by the way, because my least favorite thing about these blind boxes is how much plastic waste they create. These are paper bags. So these are going in my recycle paper bag behind me as soon as I'm done. And I don't have to worry about having as much plastic. Alright, so here's the pie crust in its cute little container. So I'm going to take out the crust, and I'm actually just going to do it on my little placemat rather than on this table because I feel like it might be a little bit wobbly and it's just going to be more stable on my kitchen table on the mat. Also, that way if I drip anything, it's a silicone mat so I can just clean it up. So put the pie crust container over there, and we'll open the next one. Oh, they have little messages on them. It says, have a spooky day. I didn't even look at the other ones. It just says chill out. This one says trick or treat. These are cute. I love these. Okay. Here's our little decoration. Our little boo. Next, another have a spooky day. This one is the, oh, the whipped cream. 100% spooky stuff. I love the little ghosts. This is very cute. Oh my gosh, there's like a real barcode on here and like ingredients. Oh, this is so cute. Come on, camera. Tish, hello. Thank you for the lurk. I'm trying to get this camera to focus. There we go. Ugh. And this should be, I think, a little scooper, probably. Yes. Okay. Phone, quiet. Please excuse the robot voice of my phone. Okay, yeah, so we have our little pie scooper. And then tongs to hold all the little pieces. Oops. And then a little pumpkin, which I believe is supposed to go on here, but I don't want to put it on here because I'm gonna use this for another craft later. Let me see his little face. If I can get him angled properly. It's hard to get him turned while looking at the camera. There we go. So his cute little face. I'm gonna clip the little thing off and save that for another craft later, so I'm not gonna put it on my dome. We're gonna tuck it underneath the little table for now so it doesn't get lost. And this last one should have the little dollops of whipped cream, I think. There's another little have a spooky day. Oh, okay. It's got the little tray to put this on when we're done. Okay, I'm gonna set that aside. And how do I get the little dollops of whipped cream? Did they roll away somewhere? Or are they, I wonder if they're inside of here. Does this open? They are in here somehow. How do I open this? Okay, here we go. There we go. Oh, I found them. Okay. I'm gonna put them into here. So we got our little dollops of whipped cream. Okay. I'm gonna set those over here for now. Oh my gosh, this is the cutest thing. I love this. This is so adorable. I'm gonna have to make like a little kitchen to put all of this stuff in when it's empty. Okay, so I've had the resin upside down. I feel like it should be ready to come out now. If we look at our instructions, I mean, it pretty much just tells you to put everything in right away, but I think I want to do it in steps because I want to make sure that my little whipped cream dollops don't get submerged. So I'm going to untake this and I'm going to give it a little tap just in case there's any that's ready to leak. There we go. Oh, it's okay. It's got a little foil top on it, so we're good. Oh, I also want to put my gloves on first. Wear gloves when doing resin, guys. You're not supposed to touch it, and I usually forget my gloves, but I remembered today. Uh-oh, I have squirrels begging for food. I'm gonna have to feed squirrels for a second. Hold on. Guys, go. Okay. Here we go. Open the resin. I'm also gonna, no, you know what? I don't need a napkin. I've got a million little wrappers over here to put this foil on after I pull it off because I don't want to just set it on my silicone mat. I don't want to make any more of a mess than I have to, you know? Okay. And then I'm just gonna tuck that away. Okay. And I've got a little silicone spoon and some toothpicks here to like help me arrange things because I feel like these little tongs are not going to be super useful in addition to my actual good tweezers. Okay, so here's our resin, which is really nice resin. It has little bits in it, like pumpkin filling, so it does look really surprisingly realistic, actually. I'm gonna use the spatula side, and I'm gonna fill the pie about halfway. And just try and spread it. Spread, 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 please, nice and even. I kind of want to get the pumpkin spice latte one too now. I might have to go back to the mall. This is so cute. Alright. But they were $20 for one little ball, and it was buy one get one half off, so it was $30 for two. Okay, that does look kind of bad. I don't want that there. I'm gonna get a napkin after all. So $30 for two wasn't bad. So if I do go back to get another one, I'm gonna have to get another two. I can't just buy one. All right. That looks better. Okay, so I've got it filled a little bit less than halfway, but I think that's where I'm going to do it for now. And then what I'm going to do is get our little decoration out. Oh, I was trying to get it out neatly, but that's okay. It's not like I'm going to save that anyway. As cute as the packaging is, I don't need it. Okay, so I don't know if I can get my camera to focus enough to show it, but it's not quite up to the bottom of the posts on the decoration, which is where I think I want it to be before I start curing it. Although it is on one side, so I think it'll be okay. I want to make sure that it's centered, and then I'm going to use my little flashlight one and try and cure it. Oop, let me cover the container so I don't accidentally cure all of it. Try and cure it just enough that it stops wobbling. Okay. Nope, nope. Not, that was not enough. We'll try it again. That's okay, because that bit's going to be on the bottom. It's not going to show. Just trying to keep the edges nice and clean here. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do, instead of trying to hold it, I'm going to use my toothpicks because this is why I grabbed them. And I'm going to get it centered. Definitely smells like resin, guys. Okay. I'm going to hold it. It's probably going to take like a good 20 or 30 seconds to really solidify enough that it stops wobbling. And once I get it to not be wobbly, I'm going to try and put it under the big light. It's still wobbling, but I think I'm just going to do this. We're going to put this on. I'm going to put it for 90, and we'll see what it's doing after 90. Hopefully it should be not wobbling enough that I can get our little whipped cream on there. Oh. Julie, hey. How's it going? Doing some cute little Halloween dolly crafting today. All right. I'm getting impatient. I just want to finish this. We're doing these little Miniverse Make It Mini foods today. I got two of the Halloween ones. I got the pumpkin pie, which is the one we're doing right now, And then I have this one that isn't open yet is the caramel apples. So, oh, you know, the usual. I'm actually pretty bummed because I was hoping I would somehow be able to make BlytheCon work this year, and it's just not going to happen. So I'm a little sad about that. But I had a show this past weekend, a flea market that I worked, and I did really, really well. After the last show where I barely made back my booth fee and I only made $50 on top of my booth fee, like doing really well at this show this weekend was a big confidence booster. So I at least have enough money to get presents for the kids for Christmas this year. So, you know, that's a mood booster. But yeah, I was really hoping to be able to go out there, not just for BlytheCon, but just because, like, I've never been to New York, and it would have been a really cool trip. And I wanted to see some people who didn't make it to the Ohio one. But, you know, it's not in the cards. I have too much going on with my health right now, and I'm trying to get a new rheumatologist after completely failing at getting any help in my current hospital system. So I have to go out of, well, it's not technically out of network, but I gotta go somewhere else, find a whole new doctor. They're not gonna have any of my medical records to pull up, which is gonna make things way more complex. So it's a little stressful, but you know, I'm hanging in there. It could be worse. It could definitely be worse. So all right, this is really messy at the moment. I'm gonna have to clean this up after I get the rest of the pumpkin pie filling in here. But yeah, the hotel prices were like that was really the main thing for me. That's, I mean, it's insane. And a lot of people were saying to do Airbnb and that they have ways that you can book on Airbnb and guarantee that you get like, oh gosh, because I need like disabled friendly bathrooms and stuff, and I guess there is a way to book that on Airbnb, but I don't know that I trust Airbnb, and especially not by myself because I can't drive around, so it was too much, and I don't mentally have it in me to try and coordinate with another person to be able to make it work, you know. So I just decided it's not going to happen this year. And I don't know if I told you yet, but I got invited to Vend for the Vegas one, and unfortunately I don't think I can do that one either because it's Vegas in the summer, and I just think that's a very bad idea for me. But I will probably be donating a doll for their raffle. So that at least is exciting. Okay, I need another napkin because I got my decoration all resiny. It's all over the little boo sign. Let me fix this. I feel like I almost just need like Q-tips, but I'm not gonna be running around my house grabbing stuff that I didn't have because once again I didn't prepare properly for my own stream. I'm just gonna clean it the best that I can. I guess I could use these. I really just need to scrape the little pie filling back down off of these posts. Whew, it's stinky. Okay. This is much better already. Okay. There's a little bit of it in the little grooves of the sign, but I feel like it's not that bad. So let me try and get this spread a little more evenly. And I may put even just a little bit more filling in on the other side. just since I do have this handy little spatula, might as well use it. Oh yeah, that would be much easier for you. That's literally like across the country for me. Although obviously you know, because you were here for the Ohio one, so. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about packing up all my stuff and going out there, and then like the heat, I might not even be up to it, and then I've got all my stuff out there and I paid all the money. I don't know, it just seems like a really big risk. So I think what I told her is that I'm not gonna say one way for sure, yes or no, just yet. I'm gonna continue to think it over and I don't know, just really weigh the risk before I decide. Because I think it would be really cool to vend there, but Vegas in the summer, man, I don't know. I don't do well with heat or sun. So I really wouldn't even be able to like go out and do anything. Okay, I am feeling much happier about how this is looking right now. Oh, I did pick a side of the pie that has a little tiny flaw as the front. But I think that people who don't have OCD are not going to notice that, so I think it's probably okay. Alright, now let me move my messy stuff out of the way here and get these little dollops on. Oh my god, I have a squirrel climbing the side of my patio door right now. If I don't feed him, he's going to get increasingly obnoxious. Guy. Okay. Now I'm going to try and space these evenly. So I'm going to put one in the front and one in the back. Get them just enough that they're not sliding around. And then I have enough to do one on each side of these, which I think is going to fill it out pretty well. Oh yeah. This is gonna look nice and even. I like this. Makes the OCD happy, very satisfying. Nice and even. Alright. There we go. Okay. Give it just a little bit. Yeah. I will definitely keep that in mind. I will let you know if I'm going to be coming out there then, because we can split a room for sure. Alright. I think I'm good enough that I can get this under the big light now. And I'm just gonna, because I don't have any mess on the bottom, put it off to the side. And I'm gonna run the 90-second timer twice while it's off to the side here, and we're just gonna open the next one and get moving. Okay, so this next one should be the caramel apples, which it's kind of hard to see on the tiny little picture, but there are sprinkles and there are nuts included. So, oh no, this is even harder to open when I have gloves on. I need my little knife pen. This is the coolest little thing. It's a little clicker knife. Okay. So, let's see if this will help. because I can't get under it with gloves on. There we go. All right. Just come off nicely just once. There we go. All right, next. Oh, I got that one. There. See, that's how it's supposed to come off. I'm just not good at opening those things. All right, so let's do this again. There's a little bit of resin right here. My timer went off, so I'm going to put that on one more time. And then that'll be 3 minutes in total that that one is on. Okay. So assemble our little stand. And make sure I get it all the way in this time so I don't send it flying. All right. And oh, this is cute. It's a little orange checker. There we go. And all of our instructions and a little orange checkered cloth there. All right. We have a spooky day. Here are our little sprinkles. These are adorable. Oh my god, I'm totally using whatever is left over in these as decoration. That's so cute. Another have a spooky day. Oh, they are, they're technically blind boxes, but if you buy them in person, you can guess what you're getting because the pictures are on the sides. The Make It Miniverse crafting is like tiny resin food crafts, which I've been seeing doll people making as like little additions for doll photography. So that's why I got them anyway. I managed to find the Halloween ones, which have been sold out pretty much since they first came out. The Halloween ones, there are 3 available, and they were 2 for $30, so I only got 2 because that was what I could afford at the time, and I got the pumpkin pie and the caramel apples because I thought those would be cuter for photos, but there's also a pumpkin spice latte. And honestly, I'm having enough fun with these that I kind of want to go back and get one more. Maybe get a couple of more and get some pumpkin spice lattes. Or like a second batch of caramel apples. I'd probably get a latte and the caramel apples. Yeah, so they're little resin bits. Okay, this is the nut crumbles. They come in like this super adorable packaging. It's even got like a functional little barcode on there, and there's like a little ingredients, which my camera, because I have to have the light on, there we go. They're so cute. Like some of these containers would be super cute just as like little decorations once I'm finished with it. Like this was the pumpkin pie filling. It's so adorable. I love these. So I really want to go and get some of the not Halloween ones now because those are easier to get a hold of. They're not as expensive. Now that I know that these are good for like a quick, easy little craft stream day. So here's our little apples. Oh my gosh, look at this packaging again. This is so cute. And your little apples on sticks. Like this, the pie crust came in this one. And then this is what the little sign came in. They're so cute. I love these, man. I saw a couple of YouTube channels that I follow making these, and I started looking for them everywhere, and the Halloween ones were just like, they were gone as soon as they were there. So I happened to find them at the mall, and I got 2 of them, even though they were kind of expensive. Just because they're so cute, I couldn't not. Alright, so it comes with, there's another little pumpkin, which is meant to go on top of your dome. but I plan on using these for something else later. Can I get his little face in focus? There we go. So yeah, I'm going to be clipping the little pieces off and using the pumpkins another time. And then you get your little tongs, but they're really not very good tongs. So I'm going to, again, save those for like a kitchen scene. And a cute little spoon. And then we should have, one of these should be the tray. Yes. Here's our little tray to put our apples in. With our little, with that. And then this should be the resin. Okay, and our pie should be done now. I put it under for 3 cycles just to be safe. So yeah, everything's in there really good. And you can see it now. It's shiny. It looks like a real little tiny pumpkin pie with the little speckles in it. So cute. And the little whipped cream dollops, which came in the can. You open up the little can and the little dollops were in there. These are adorable. So I'm definitely going to be getting more of these and doing more of these that are not Halloween themed. Alright, it also said in the instructions that if you put it upside down for at least a minute, it makes it easier to get it out. So I'm just going to leave our resin upside down for a minute here. Get all the paper out of the way. Okay, I don't know if I want to take this out because I feel like it's going to make a big mess. I don't know how I want to do this. Trying to think. You know what? I'm going to get I have little plastic measuring cups for my resin. I'm going to use those. And then this way I don't have to worry about having That's okay, Julie. They're called MakeIt Mini Miniverse or Miniverse MakeIt Mini. Does any of this packaging have the actual name on it? Here we go. It's Miniverse is the brand, MakeIt Mini Food. But they also have like a MakeIt Mini lifestyle one that you can get like little succulent plants and stuff. I want to open this so I can save this little bag because it is so cute. I'm going to at least try and open it in a way that I can save the bag, but I don't know that I'm going to be able to. It's sealed really well. Okay, I'm going to have to cut it. I'm sad. Alright, so I'm going to put the little crumbles in one of these containers. Okay. They don't really look like nuts. They look more, it almost looks more like little toffee candy. I think just because of the side. Yes, MGA. Right, Tish? I love these. Oh my god. I'm having so much fun. I'm going to actually chop a few of these in half because some of these little crumbles are huge. Like half the size of the apple. Oh, it won't cut. Are they, they're like a rubber. Oh, that's weird. I'm just gonna pull the big ones out. Because I feel like the big ones are gonna make it look kind of weird. So I'm gonna take out the pieces that are too big. That's kind of a big one. And we're gonna save like just these little itty bitty tiny ones in here. Yeah, as soon as I saw they had Halloween ones, I tried to get them, but they were on back order, and they were like $17 on back order. And I'm like, I don't really want to pay $17 if they might not get here until Christmas. Because I wanted to use them for Halloween doll pictures, you know? But, oh man. But then I managed to find them in person, so I got lucky. Okay. They had a lot of them too, so I may go back and get more. Okay, I think I've got mostly just little tiny pieces in here. Yeah, MGA has really just been on the ball with their doll products lately. Like Mattel is very hit or miss at the moment. They've really kind of ruined the Barbie brand and cheaped everything out, but they brought back Monster High, and that hasn't been a total flop. So I don't know. I'm not too huge on their online selling practices though, because they have basically admitted that they are not going to do anything to stop scalpers from getting all of their collectibles, and that makes me a little annoyed. But again, they brought back Monster High, so I mean, I can't be that mad. But MGA has just been on the ball lately. They've got a lot of really cool doll lines coming out with the Rainbow High and the Shadow High. Shadow High has had some really cool alternative style dolls in the last few years. Like, none of these things existed when I was a kid, and I would have loved all of that. Alright, I don't want to put all of the sprinkles in because that's what it looks like to try and put them back in if they don't get used. And I do want to keep some for my display. Since I'm only putting this on one apple, I feel like actually it might be easier if I put the caramel on the apple and hold the apple over one of these and then dump. So I'm going to get 2 more little containers. Okay. And then this way I don't have a whole bunch of sticky stuff. Okay. So this should be ready to open. Move these. And I am 100% going to be trying to get all these sprinkles back in here if they don't get used, because they're so cute. Okay. Put that over there. Alright, now with the caramel. Oh, well, the lid came off with it. So let me get that out of there. Oh. Okay. I'm going to open my apples. Okay, so I think the best way to do this is going to be just to dunk. Oh, it's not very even. I wonder if I can stir it, because it's coming on, it's getting on here in like clumps. Can you see that? It's not even. Let me do this. And get my little light. And cure what I've got, and then put a second layer on. I think that's how Jackie did it on Nerdy Crafter, was to do a couple of layers, because this one just isn't, it's not a very good consistency to be coating things with. Alright, bye Julie! I'm glad you could make it to a stream again. I know it's been a while. I've kind of been on a bit of a mental health hiatus, but I am back. Ooh, that's a good swirl on that one. Ooh, I like that. Okay, let me make sure the bottom's going to be nice and flat. I'm actually going to leave this one because this little swirl that I got going looks really good. And I want the plain caramel one to have this good little swirl on it. Can I get that to focus? See, I feel like I got a really good swirl going. So I'm gonna put this one. I want to be able to move it. I don't want it to be permanently stuck onto the thing. So let's see, I need a little piece of one of my packages. I'm going to stick it under my big light to fully cure. Actually, I think if I want the bottom flatter, I'm going to get a little bit more on the bottom. And then cure it flat. Okay, now it's going under the big light. Okay, next I'm gonna actually take one of these and see if stirring doesn't help, maybe. I don't know that it will, because I think it's just the consistency of this resin in here. And that's not to say anything negative about the kits themselves, because for $10 or $15, like this is a really great little kit. But this resin is just questionable quality. It does seem to cure fully though, which normally with really cheap resin kits, that's the biggest problem you'll have, is things will not cure nicely because they won't have been mixed properly. So this is at least curing really nicely, even if it is not going on super even. Okay, I've got a good layer on here. I'll do one more, maybe even two more before I dip it into the nut crumble. Nuts. Okay. Trying to get a good swirl going on it like that other one. And I want to keep the bottoms relatively flat. So I feel like this is probably a good coating. Alright, so we're going to do the nut one. I'm just going to try and get it turned. And I'll do this. Oops. That's why I did 2 of these, so that we can do this again. Oh, I got a little empty spot right there. And then give it a good spin so that any loose ones will come off. And I can see if I need to, yep, see, like there's a spot there that is now empty again, so we're going to do another little pour and then spin. Okay, and I'm just going to place a few. And then I'm going to put it down onto the paper so the bottom will be nice and flat again. And it is going to pull some paper off, but I can fix that later. It's going to be a lot easier to get rid of little bits of paper than to try and move it if I put it on here while it's curing. So I'm going to cure the bottom enough to keep it flat after I move it. And then put it under the big light. I'm going to put this one back under one more time just to be safe. Alright, last one. Our sprinkles. This is the one I'm the most excited about. I think this is going to be the best looking one. So I'm going to get just the first layer down. Oh, my spooky music has ended. I must start again. Alright. I need a drink. My throat is getting very dry. Alright. Having even more trouble getting this first coat onto this third one. Scrape the bottom so it'll be flat. And then do a quick cure. Do another coat. Yeah, this one doesn't look bad as long as you do more than one coat of the caramel. Okay. I'm trying to get a good even coating on this last apple though, which is not easy. I've used just enough of the resin that it doesn't want to completely cover to do like a little swirl like I was doing, but I think I got it. Alright, now oh my gosh, these gloves are just getting in the way. But I'm also getting resin all over them, so clearly I do need to be wearing them. Alright, here we go. Sprinkles. I move the resin. Actually cover the resin so I don't get anything in it. Okay, here we go. Okay, and then do the same thing, give it a little bit of a spin so that any loose ones are going to fall off, and I can see where I might need to put more. Like this side is a little uneven, so I'm going to put a little bit more on there. That's actually working pretty well though. the sprinkles are staying on much better than those big chunky nuts. Surprise, surprise. Okay, that is so cute. Okay, I'm going to put this over here, bring this over here, and I'm gonna put it down flat and cure the bottom again. It's fully stuck to my glove. There we go. Just trying to get the bottom to cure flat so that it'll sit. Okay, and then under the big light. And now to clean up, because that's all of them done. Yeah, I am 100% putting these sprinkles back into that container somehow. Some way, somehow, they're going back in here, because look at all of these that didn't get used. And that's such an adorable container. Like, I want to have that. I could have put some on the pumpkin pie too. I bet that would have been really cute. I want to see what that looks like. They're not going to stick because it's cured, but oh, I like that. I may put some of those on there later. I might. I like that. That's really cute. Okay. Well, I have a bit of a mess now, but this is okay. I'm going to put all the little pieces back into here. And then I have these for future projects. I think if I get another set of the apples, I may just do them all with the sprinkles. There. All right. Get the paper off of here. I'm going to run that for one more cycle under my big light. I'm just trimming off the uneven areas on this one because it did not cure completely flat and it's not sitting on the tray nicely. So we're going to just trim the bottom. And then I also have a little sanding block, and I'm going to just sand it a little bit. And it'll sit much more evenly on the tray now. Okay. Much better. So let me get all these little sprinkles swept up a bit. Oh my gosh, they're just everywhere. Okay. I think this will actually be easier with no gloves, because I can just do that. There we go. Yep, that's much better. All right, and my little light just went off, so my apples should be ready. Let's get all of those out of the way. I'm gonna put the little bag of crumbles in with the crumbles and the little sprinkles in with the sprinkles. I'm going to close up this resin. Oh, I gotta take this little sticker off too. If it'll come off. Because I don't want a do not eat sticker on my display. There, and now I have a little caramel thing. So the way that you're meant to display them is to do something like this and put it on here, and then you would put your little scooper next to there and put your little dome on. But I think for my little dolly photos, I'm probably just going to use just the little tray itself. And if I really feel like it, I might take the little table off and use that. And then the apples, let's get those off of the paper. Okay, that one stayed much flatter. Oh, they just barely fit on this little tray. I wonder if I have another little tray I could put them on for my pictures. There we go. There's our little apples. Those came out so cute. Oh my gosh, I love these. I do really like the sprinkle one the best, I think. Or maybe the plain caramel. That one came out really good too with the little swirls. This one's not bad. It's just, it's not as neat as the others. So we'll put that one in the back. Okay. And then for this, you would put your little spoon, I guess. Put your dome on, and then you have your little display. And clean up a little bit. Oh, I should cure my little spatula so I can peel that off. Put that in my light. Alright. Stick those over here for now, because I would like to open this, and I don't want to get resin all over it. Okay, so, yeah, there's this one, or these ones, or this one. And this is a true blind box. I have no idea what's in it. So, we're going to open it and see. Oh, there's the little card that came with it. I don't know if that means that's the one I got. That one's cute. And the little stand. Oh, that's cute. It's like a tiny Blythe stand. Do I do it this way, I think? Okay. And let's find out. Where's the square? Here we go. Yeah, I got that one. That one is the Style Shutterbug. She's cute. Oh, her little legs are bent from being in her box, though. Oh no. Oh no, you've got noodle legs. Oh, I was trying to fix her legs and her head popped off. Okay, I'm trying to fix these little noodle legs. I think, oh, they're mostly better. This one is really, really crooked. Okay, let's put your head back on. But you can change the heads. Okay, cool. Oh, the eyes are inset. They're not painted. That's neat. So this was just like a little $10 figure, and for $10, like, this is really nice. I think I have to take her head off to get her on her stand, though. Her head's in the way. How do I... this. There's a little hole for it. I see it, but it just, there we go. Okay. Maybe that'll help fix the noodle legs once I get her on there. Oh man. There we go. Okay. Much better. She's still a little noodly. But okay, well, that's all I really had today. I was still really tired from the show on Sunday, so I didn't plan on doing a whole lot today. I do want to do a spooky games stream at some point this week, and then either this week or next week, possibly on Halloween, because I don't think I have any Halloween plans. I may do my super fun turning myself into an eldritch horror by gluing eyes all over myself stream. I don't really have a better name for that stream yet. But yeah, that's gonna be soon. I have all this stuff together. It's just gonna be a matter of when I feel up to actually doing all of that. So hopefully this later this week maybe. Otherwise, yeah, I'll probably do that instead of my usual Halloween stream, because my usual Halloween stream is like I let my viewers pick the scariest games they can, and then I have to play them until I get too scared to keep going. So I don't know if I want to do that this year. I don't know, but that's all I got for today, so thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna sign off. Let me see if there is somebody to raid out to. Let's see, who is on? Oh, Ouija Boo is playing Fears to Fathom. Oh, the new Fears to Fathom game. Okay, we're gonna do Ouija Boo. Alright, let me... Hold on. I think... Do I have to do this from Twitch? Because it's not... I'm trying to do it on OBS and it's not working. Let me try from Twitch. Pro streamer. There we go. Make sure I've got it spelled right. Alright, we're gonna go raid Ouija Boo, who is playing the new Fears to Fathom game. Thanks for hanging out, and I will see everybody soon, at some point. Alright.